event card is the trigger. It drives the pipeline, branching into content, conversations, and deals.
Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what
If
you're
you paste a
thinking.
paragraph into an automated AI detector, there is a significant chance it will give you the wrong answer. These tools frequently flag original human writing as artificial, while letting synthetic text slip right through. To identify machine-generated text, you need to rely on your own pattern recognition. We are going to build a manual framework to navigate the specific writing styles, formatting quirks, and rigid structures that language models leave behind. Before we start, keep in mind that these steps identify descriptive patterns. You are looking for an accumulation of machine behaviors rather than a single definitive error. A chatbot can bypass software detection with a few simple spacing changes or word substitutions. Because of this, a trained human eye evaluating the actual substance of the text is your only reliable defense against synthetic noise. Step 1 of our analysis is evaluating the text for specificity. We need to determine if the author is delivering precise insight or padding the page with universally generic fluff. Large language models operate by predicting the most statistically likely next word. This creates a phenomenon called regression to the mean. When a model encounters a highly specific, unusual fact, it tends to smooth it over, replacing it with language that sounds important but means little. Look at this graphic. A human writer might specify that a subject was the inventor of the first train coupling device. An AI model will often erase that exact detail, replacing it with a broad exaggeration like a revolutionary titan of industry. This happens because the models are trained on internet data that overwhelmingly describes subjects using positive, generic adjectives. The machine defaults to those common patterns. Authentic human insight behaves like a sharp, nuanced photograph. AI-generated text reads like a blurry sketch, sacrificing detail in an attempt to appeal to everyone. Step 2 requires you to scan the text for an unnatural density of specific AI buzzwords and promotional puffery. Models favor certain vocabulary to force importance onto mundane topics, frequently using words like delve, vibrant, tapestry, and pivotal. This extends to phrase-level puffery. AI leans on dramatic filler, declaring something stands as a testament to its ongoing legacy. Humans absolutely use these words, but if you see a high concentration of them packed into a single edit or paragraph, you should immediately be suspicious. You should also look for a habit called copulative avoidance. This is the tendency for AI to deliberately avoid basic linking verbs, like is or are, in an attempt to sound more authoritative. This split screen shows the difference. A human writes, "The gallery is an exhibition space," and AI inflates it, outputting, "The gallery serves as an exhibition space." Similarly, the word has is overwritten by clunky phrases like boasts a diverse array. When a writer consistently avoids simple verbs and packs their paragraphs with dense puffery, you are likely reading the output of a machine that equates wordiness with intelligence. Steps 3 and 4 focus on the mechanics of the writing. We are looking for predictable sentence structures and rigid formatting layouts. First, consider the rule of 3. AI models pad descriptions by defaulting to 3 consecutive adjectives to simulate depth, like fast, secure, and reliable. Next is negative parallelism. AI explicitly contrasts a misconception against a deeper truth to project balance. Models also rely on superficial participles. They will frequently tack vague ing phrases onto the end of sentences, like highlighting its importance, rather than explaining the actual mechanism at work. Now, zoom out to look at the document's overall formatting. Language models generate highly predictable layouts, particularly in how they present lists and bullet points. This mock document shows the standard AI conclusion formula. You will almost always see an outline style header like Future Outlook, followed by a vaguely positive summary that begins with a phrase like, despite its challenges. These formatting formulas and structural crutches result in a wall of text built on very shallow logic. They reveal an author who lacks a genuine, unified point of view. Step 5 is where you pause to check your own assumptions. To accurately identify synthetic text, you have to rule out the false flags. Perfect grammar, a mix of formal and casual registers, and the use of highly specific advanced vocabulary do not mean a text was written by a machine. In fact, highly specific niche vocabulary is a strong indicator of human expertise. Falsely accusing an author based solely on clinical prose or good grammar punishes skilled human writers. It degrades the trust required for collaborative work. You now have a manual framework capable of outperforming flawed software detectors. By evaluating the text for regression to the mean, identifying the rule of 3, checking for copulative avoidance, and highlighting generic puffery, you can reliably identify synthetic writing. To test this, prompt an AI to rewrite a paragraph of your own work. Then take this checklist and compare the two outputs line by line. AI excels at accelerating output and formatting raw data. However, only human judgment can create the specific, nuanced conviction required to truly inform an audience.